Go ahead and call our October 15th Board of Health meeting to order at 4:03. First off will be the approval of the agenda.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Right. Any corrections or additions? All right, we'll move on to the approval of the minutes from September 17th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I support that motion.
All right. Any corrections or additions? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, we'll move on to our review of the accounts payable report. Are you the?
I am.
Ready?
I am.
All right, on the last page of our report, the top one, the Polly's Country Markets.
So that is part of our social determinants of health initiative. We got the extra $10,000 from local sharing from MDHHS, and a portion of that went to Country Market to be able to buy certificates for those that are in need of and show food insecurities.
Okay, and then about 2/3 of the way down the page, the one for Sensaphone.
That is a new tracking system for our immunization refrigerators that is going to bring us up to date in technology.
Anyone else have any questions? All right, I'll look for a motion to approve our accounts payable report.
So-
We accept the accounts payable.
Support.
All those in favor? Aye. All right, we're on to our health officer's report.
Okay, respiratory illnesses in the county are low right now. COVID is seeing a little bit of an increase. Avian influenza, there is, on 10/7, a commercial detection was in Ottawa County that affected 30,000 turkey meat birds. And then on September 19th, there was another backyard flock detected in Allegan. And those are the first detections since March. There's currently 28 cases of measles in Michigan. Muskegon was the most recent, and there is none in Lenawee County. The CDC infrastructure projects are underway, and it has been hectic in our department, but it's for a good reason, so we're moving through that just fine. The state of Michigan has signed a budget, and our initial review indicates that we have received all level funding. Hearing and vision are remaining with the local health departments, that funding, so that is good news. So after, we looked at everything appears to be level funding, but also there has not been a federal budget that has passed. So we are taking it as a win, but we're also very cautious because a lot of our grants have federal funding within them. So we are moving forward with business as normal, and I signed the contract last week. We have not received any funding as of today, but I anticipate receiving state funding here shortly. The impact for us really hasn't been terrible because we have been doing business as normal because we have received the contract and don't feel that there's any necessary need to move to a different scenario at this time. Once the federal government does do their budget, I will share the details and if any other alterations at our department needs to take place. And that's all I have for right now.
Okay.
Any questions?
All right, do we have any existing business?
We do not.
We'll move on to new business, the Lenawee County Health Department Strategic Plan 25 through 30.
Yep, so I've submitted that to you via email, and also it is in the packet for today. It's the draft plan of our newly crafted strategic plan. And just want to have a discussion, any questions, comments, and hopefully a motion to approve and to move forward with it.
I just had a question.
Yes.
Other organizations I'm involved with, there's been concerns about using like DEI. So I noticed like inclusive is in it and I didn't know if that was a concern. I think I only saw it like 2 times in there, but it sticks out to me because other organizations have been.
It is a good
Not
point,
using that
and
word.
you know, it has not been an issue with us. But if it does become an issue, we can certainly revise it. It is a living document. So if that does impact any type of, you know, bring situations, we can certainly revise it.
Myself thought you did a fine job on it. I was encouraged to see training for the future with succession
Mhm.
and having something not just on a device and written, so if there's no device, no internet, you have something to go by.
Certainly. Yes, everybody worked very hard on that. It was a group effort for sure.
Okay, I'll look for a motion to recommend approving the strategic plan for 25 through 30.
I move that we accept the plan from 2025 to 2030. And one comment, I was reading it online because Monica's very good about sending it to me so I can read it. Well, I was reading and reading and reading, and when my telephone rings, it'll interrupt my AI. And halfway through, it interrupts it. You know what agony I went That's my phone.
I'll support the motion.
All right, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Right, we'll move on to program reports. We'll start off with personal health.
Hi, everyone. Our clinics remain steady. We've been having flu clinics every Tuesday for the past 2 Tuesdays. We got 2 more to go. The first one was pretty full. The second, this past week, was probably half full, so we still have room for them. The ACIP, the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, met on September 18th and 19th. They passed the recommendations for COVID. The CDC director just signed up on those on October 6th. And October 7th, which was last week, we just received the updated immunization schedules to be able to administer. We were allowed to administer on 65 and older. It was the 64 to 6 month that there was questions about. Whether or not a clinical prescription need to accompany all those individuals. And it was decided that it could be individual clinical decision-making, which means we do that on a daily basis in our immunization clinics. So we're able to assess an individual based on their risks and decide with that person whether or not we can administer the vaccine. So that will be coming down. Hopefully we'll have all those standing orders in place by next week and we'll be able to start administering to the 6 month to 64 years. The target antigen is the LP8.1. It is a mutation of the JN.1 antigen that was in the previous vaccine. It is a monovalent, and so we will hopefully be all set to go next week. Any questions for me?
I know I work in Ohio, so I know the different states with immunizations and what different things can be done, but on getting the COVID vaccine, I know there's like recommended disease states or different things, and then at one of my work meetings last week, the last one was just if the person wants the COVID vaccine. And I didn't know, was that from the CDC or was that just our like Ohio law? Because I was wondering if that would be it.
From my understanding, that may be the Ohio law, according to the ACIP and what I have read. that it is determined upon certain comorbidities of whether or not they, but I mean, I've seen other places just say, anybody that walks in that says that they need it, then they are considered at risk and they administer it. So it really depends on the organization and the state.
Yeah, yeah. We had a lot of questions
Yeah,
with
it's-
pharmacies and stuff, so,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's been a huge, yes, I understand.
thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, any other questions for personal health? Hearing none, we'll move on to environmental health.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are staying extremely busy during the month, or did stay extremely busy during the month of September in environmental health. Very busy month for food because school services are due for inspections. We also seen an increase in well and septic permits and applications during the month of September. We went up from a year ago with 2 new constructions in September to seeing 11 applications and permits for new construction in the month of September. So seeing some growth. I think it might be attributed to the lovely weather that we've been having. But we would expect to see it slow down a little bit here for the rest of the season. But so far, we're charging forward. A couple of things I wanted to mention is we'll probably be seeing some changes proposed being brought forth to the board for some fee schedule changes that the director wanted me to mention. We've had some changes at the state level in the campground rules and permitting requirements. So there are state fee changes that went into effect are effective for 3 years. So we will have to adjust our fee schedules accordingly. And they've also made some changes in the way that they're processing applications. So those will go directly to the state and then instead of the local health department collecting the state fee and then sending that portion back on to the state, they'll pay directly to the state of Michigan and then they'll notify us and we can still collect our local fees. So we'll have some changes in that effect. Other than that, we're staying, like I said, staying pretty busy. Do you have any questions for environmental health?
Any news yet on the state sanitary code?
None. At this point, there haven't been any changes or reintroductions into legislation for moving that forward.
What are the safety changes that I can't find?
I don't know that there were any rule changes. It has to do with the fee schedule. So the fees increased for the next 3 years. And so that's what our fee schedule will change because the amount that gets paid back to the state has increased.
The fee schedule.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So not the rules itself. You're welcome. Any other questions?
Hearing none, we'll move on to finance.
Thank you.
I will cover finance and emergency preparedness. I meant to cover that in my report. So finance, we're at our end of our fiscal year and so all the yearly reporting is underway. And besides that, we're in our first quarter. So it's busy time for Jamie. She's off at a conference this week. And as far as emergency preparedness, I had some emergency management training yesterday. It was a simulated tornado and with the EOC. And internally at the department, I developed an administrative preparedness plan that was part of a requirement for the budget period and also an integrated preparedness plan. It's a multi-year strategy plan that was also required to be developed. So I have been busy with emergency preparedness.
Unfortunately.
So any questions on that?
That's the personal one. If Jamie's on a conference, did she do well with her surgery?
Her surgery is not until the end of November. So, yep. So she should be at next month's meeting.
All right, open it to public comment. Any news from the county? Legislative dinners coming up?
I need to get Sam Rose or Chili's.
Yes, we do have,
We do have the legislative dinner coming up November 19th at the ISD. We did just receive the menu, which looks quite lovely. So if you would like to go, please RSVP to Carissa Zupke in our office.
I just want to share the drug take back is October 25th, 10 to 2 at ProMedica.
Anything for Halloween at the county building?
There is no activities planned.
All right, any other public comment?
Shannon.
The judicial building is doing a trunk or treat for young people on October 30th. I believe starting at 5 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Thank you, Jen. And so we'll have various departments in the north side of the judicial building parking lot doing trunk or treating.
Thank you.
5 o'clock.
All right, if there's no other public comment, then I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
I told him to that motion to the front.
Support.
All right. Stand adjourned at